Em, can you believe we started Interview Boss in 2021?
Not really. It's insane. That's a lot of episodes and a lot of hours of talking.
Oh my gosh, it is. And if you're scrolling through all of our episodes, you might scroll straight past something that you really, really needed.
Yes, we're always getting messages from people asking us to do an episode on something, and I'm like, we already have.
So we've put together playlists to help you find the episodes that are exactly what you need, suited to your situation.
They're all categorized. If you're applying for jobs, we have episodes about resumes, cover letters, job ads. If you've been offered your dream job, we have episodes on resigning, exit interviews, and how to impress at your new company.
And we even have a very special playlist that's very popular for if you have an interview coming up immediately and you need just our most recommended hard-hitting episodes between now and then.
For all our last-minute listeners. It's all there for you. You can browse by category and check out all the playlists at interviewboss.com.au/podcast. It's over, and we're not going to dwell. Take peace in knowing you've done everything you can. Hey everyone, and welcome back to Interview Boss. My name's Emma. I'm giving myself an upgraded title. I'm a radio journalist and announcer because I'm about to start my own Saturday show this weekend. And I've teamed up with my sister to give you advice, inspiration, and support when you're looking for a new job. Sarah is a HR and recruitment professional, and together we're excited to give you all the tips, tricks, and behind the scenes knowledge to help you in your career.
Hey, Em, the announcer from the Emma show on Saturdays. How exciting. There's another announcer too, but, I don't know if he wants his name out there. So it's Emma's show on Saturday. Who are we giving a big fat shoot your shot shout out to this week other than you?
To Daisy, my beautiful friend Daisy. She's not actually a real life friend, but she's a friend of the show. She's a friend.
She is.
She's a friend of the Shoot Your Shot shout out. She says, I got an interview and only had 2.
Hold on. Most importantly, she bought us a coffee.
She did. I know. Love her so much. She says, I got an interview and only had 2 days to prepare, but at the same time, I was in fight prep for a competition, so that left me little to no time. Daisy, I want more info here. Are we talking boxing, jiu-jitsu, a neighborhood fight with Damo down the street?
It was just a catch me outside type of fight.
Fight prep. Yeah, I love it. Or like, what other kind of fights could there be? An arm wrestle fight?
I think you've nailed it. I think it could be boxing, jiu-jitsu, that kind of thing.
Anyway, I want more info, Daisy, but I'm equally impressed. I jumped on Spotify and started looking for anything that might help and came across your podcast. I listened to as many episodes as I could when I was driving or doing things around the house. I had 2 rounds of interviews and got the job. Thank you so much. I still listen to your podcast from time to time because I genuinely enjoy it. You make the process so much easier. I've recommended your podcast to everyone I know that might be looking for a job. Daisy, you are the sweetest.
And I hope that means that she hears this as a bit of a surprise.
And I hope your fight went well. And please let us know what kind of fight it was.
Yeah, I hope you got the job and won the fight.
And got the black belt or whatever. Whatever applies.
Or like, what is it when it's boxing? Like the gold belt almost. Like
You got Smackdown.
The title.
The heavyweight belt. Pretending like I know anything about fighting other than when I pretend to WWE Smackdown my partner.
I don't think that's what she was preparing for because those are just actors.
Yeah, I only learnt that recently. Like, what a joke. Why do people go and watch if they know it's acting?
I don't know. I think it's pretty entertaining. Anyway, if you want results like that, we can't help you with the fighting, but we can help you with the interview. Check out my one-on-one sessions. You can find out all about them at www.interviewboss.com.au/coaching.
I'm just laughing internally again at me saying her fight could have just been a neighborhood brawl.
Okay, you're very funny.
That's so insulting.
If you liked one of our episodes, used one of our tips, or you want to request an episode specifically on your situation or industry, slide into our DMs and we might do an episode for you. Now, this episode is not by request, but it's because our listen to this right before your interview is so popular and people keep saying that that's like the way that they found us and they loved it and it helped. So we're coming to you after your interview.
That's right. This episode will bookend the listen to this before your interview with listen to this after your interview. This is support. It's not the practical advice. We have another episode on practical things you can do after your interview. This is the support. This is the helping you unwind, debrief.
Putting your headphones in as you're going down the lift, as you're getting in the car or on the bus or whatever it is, immediately after.
So,
first of all, I'm going to say, I want you to take a deep breath. We did this beforehand and we're going to do it after.
I think I led it last time, so let's continue that, So, all right, ready? In through the nose. Out through the mouth. 2 more. Your sniff was late.
You said that last time. No, it's not. It's just because of the delay.
Okay. We've got our breaths out of the way. Now, however you might be feeling about this, there's probably a few camps of people thinking, that went pretty well. I'm happy with that. There were parts that weren't great, but you know what? Overall, I don't have a feeling of dread. And then the other camp of people who were going, oh my God, I'm so embarrassing. Why couldn't I think of anything? I blanked. That was horrible. That question was a curveball. If you're having all of those feelings, or the people in the middle that are like, I have no idea how that went.
Yeah, or like some bits were good and I think I could have done that different.
No, it's over and we're not going to dwell. Take peace in knowing you've done everything you can. Even if you didn't do everything you can and you're looking back going, I really should have prepared more, it's done now. We're not going to punish ourselves and dwell and mope and beat ourselves up about it.
And hey, you got through an interview.
Absolutely.
This thing that you were scared of or intimidated by or not sure about, you did it.
And that interview brings you one step closer to the next interview where you're going to feel those feelings even less. You're going to be less likely to have those feelings after every one you do. It's more practice and it's a step closer to the right interview where it all goes well.
Because you know that you can survive an interview and hey, you can do hard things. I love that phrase so much. You can do hard things. You just did. Interviews are hard. Even if you didn't find that particular one hard, even if that was really relaxed and easy, interviews in general are really, really hard. And you did it.
Now, in terms of practical things on how to let this go, because an important part of the job search is not dwelling too much, not overanalyzing what they might not have liked. You just have to move on and focus to the next one. So an important part of being able to do that is getting the debrief out of the way. So after you listen to us and we give you a bit of a pep talk, you're allowed to call 2 people. This is what I would normally do. No, serious. It'd normally be one of my parents, one of my sisters in the car, and you're going to bitch about it. You're going to be like, oh, they asked me what kind of cheese I would be if I was on a pizza and one of the ladies was just kind of rude, or call your bestie.
Oh, I think it went good. I don't know, there was this one guy and he didn't even smile and I'm just not sure.
I forgot the person's name. Okay, so call the bestie, call your mum, call your dad, call whoever, recite the whole thing. I'm a person that I need to go through all the details. Just earlier, my partner asked me how my day was, but I was about to come record this and I was like, you know me, I don't skim. I'm going to tell you about my day in detail, hour by hour. So it's going to have to wait till after the podcast. So that's what you're going to do. Call them up, go through every little detail, tell them your vibes. And then if you get home and you live with someone that's at home that's a different person, so you're allowed someone in the car on the phone and then going home to your family, whoever you live with, you're allowed another debrief. And then after that, we're done. We don't talk about it anymore. We don't overanalyze. We don't lay up late at night going, oh my God, that one stupid question. Why did I say that? I'm cringing.
And I'm going to add something in here. You're going to go, and if you want to do more, and if you're still thinking about it, you're going to go and find our practical episode about things that you can do after your interview. And you can do a bit of a brain dump of the questions that you got asked so that you know them for next time. Hey, what was that question I got asked again? Do it while it's fresh. There's some practical stuff you can tick off. But then after that, that's all. Once you've done all the steps we recommend, that's it.
Yes, write down anything you need to, and then we're letting it go. And you know what we're not going to do? If you feel you bombed it and it went really bad, we're not going to dwell on why or why we might not be the right fit, because we always say what this person might knock you back for, the next person will pick you for.
Exactly. Now, getting a bit positive for a second, I want you to think of one thing during that interview that you're proud of yourself for. Maybe it's literally just that you made it through, that you turned up, right? It can be as small as you need, but try and pick something big if you can. What was the answer that you think you did pretty well? What was the thing that you were able to nail? Did you get your career story right? Were you able to do like a presentation part of the interview and you think you did that well?
Did you ask really awesome questions at the end that you could tell like lit up their face and they got passionate talking about?
Yeah. Did you use some of our tips during the thing and it helped your nerves a little bit?
Did you have an example that was just so perfect for the question they asked that you thought like, fuck yes, I'm the shit?
And you matched it really well. Think of one thing that you're proud of yourself for, and I want you to focus on that, because thinking about how well you've done is exactly what you need to do right now.
Also, if you're into this, you're going to get out your little diary, your little journal. I have a gratitude journal and I write positive things in it before bed every night to reframe my thinking. We're going to write 3 statements. I am proud of myself. That interview brings me another step closer to my dream job. Write something that's motivating. If you're job hunting because this interview brings me closer to my dream job, this next interview brings me closer to financial security, this next interview brings me closer to moving away, keeping a roof over my head. Maybe it's nothing dramatic, but it's just that you desperately need a job right now. Remember why you're doing it.
100%. Now, here's some things that I want you to think about. You're still on your way out. You're still in the car. We're still just debriefing and unwinding from that interview. Here's the things that don't matter in an interview, ever. First one, how many times you said, nobody cares. Nobody cares. Couldn't even notice. How many times does one of your colleagues at work say, in an average sentence?
I don't know.
Exactly, because nobody pays attention in general talking back and forth. It doesn't matter. The other thing that doesn't matter, if you had a bit of silence, absolutely does not matter. The other thing that doesn't matter, if one of your answers wasn't as good as the rest of your answers.
If one of your answers ended with like a bit of a waffly, and so yeah, doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter if you went blank and said, oh, sorry, can you ask that again? Or can you go to the next question? Doesn't matter.
Not something they're going to be worried about.
You know what also doesn't matter? If you bombed it and they're going to reject you. Doesn't matter. Let's have a bit of a reality worst case scenario that works for some people. The worst thing that's going to happen out of that interview is you don't get the job.
Which you already don't have.
Yeah. You're not losing anything. But obviously, if you are really wanting it, of course, there's going to be a little bit of disappointment. But also, you don't really know that you want this job that bad. It might not be all you've cracked it up to be in your head.
Yep, exactly. Now, the last thing I want to leave you with is we have shoot your shots and success stories all the time where someone finds out they got offered the job on the way home and they got offered it straight away. Those stories are awesome, but that's not the norm. It's not normal to find out the same day that you got the job. So you're just probably not going to know for quite a while. And I hope that you followed our advice and you asked when you should hear from them by so that you've got a bit of an expectation, but it's not going to be usually in the next day or two. It's going to be longer than that. So mentally prepare.
Let's have realistic expectations. Then you're going to get in the car and you're going to play the song Absolutely Everybody by Vanessa Amorosi. That's my go-to song. Just hear me out for needing an energy boost. Put that on and blast it until your eardrums are vibrating. And I promise you will, this is after you've done the debrief call to your bestie, I promise you'll feel better.
You need energy after? I thought we want to calm. I'm a bit exhausted.
No, but it's distraction. It's distraction. If your mind's racing, cringing, blah, blah, it's a reset. It's a mental reset. Or Shania Twain, Let's Go Girls, same energy.
It's not called Let's Go Girls.
Well, that's the line that matters. Now, again, this isn't for everyone, but I'm trying to appeal to the me type of people. If you're overthinking, you need something to be so loud that your brain has to shut up. So There's a last minute little tip. If your brain is racing and cringing and telling you this narrative that you did terribly and, oh, you're so embarrassing, just drown it out.
Last tip, you deserve a treat. I'm just going to leave that there. Do with that what you will.
Yes. Go get a treat. It could be a small, medium, or large treat.
Yes, you deserve it. You did an interview. You did a hard thing today.
So proud of you.
We are so proud of you. Thanks so much for listening to Interview Boss. If you like hearing the sound of our voices, hit that follow button in Apple or Spotify, or better yet, tell someone about the show. That's how we can hit the charts so we can help even more people. For more advice, inspiration, and a supportive community, check us out on Instagram @InterviewBoss.
We've been your job search besties and helped you in some way. There's a cool way you can support the show. Shout us a virtual coffee.
We get a huge kick out of reading all of your success stories. Head to buymeacoffee.com/interviewboss and shout us a cuppa.
If you keep us caffeinated, we can keep the content coming.